Hi, State of the Nation. We are Sarah and Mike Click. I'm the children's director at our church in Sweetser, Indiana, and Mike is the youth missions and family pastor
I do it
at our
all.
church. He does it all, yeah. We're so excited to be here with you today.
Am I up? All right.
Okay.
So today's topic, we're going to be talking about how to prepare our kids for service, whether it be our own children or our kids in our youth ministry. So we're going to give you 6 things real quick, many things I'm sure you thought of, or maybe just some stuff that would be just as reminders and encouragement to you. First thing that we thought about is just make service fun. I want, I've told people here recently that I wish that I would have appreciated and enjoyed serving more when I was younger. So I've taken on as a responsibility of as myself and I know my wife has too, is that when our kids serve, we want them to enjoy it and realize it's actually fun doing things in the church, outside the church, and doing things for Christ.
Another point that we wanted to make was as early as possible, get them involved in ministry, get them involved in serving Christ. We recently had our Easter egg hunt event just a few months ago at our church, and we had people of all ages that came to stuff Easter eggs for our big Easter egg hunt. But we had even babies that were there playing and young toddlers that were helping to put candy inside of Easter eggs. So start your kids as young as possible, giving them opportunities to be involved in ministry so that they can develop a love of serving the Lord.
One of the coolest things that I think that we can do for our kids is to allow our kids to serve with different age groups, not just to serve with the young kids, not just to serve with the younger families, but with people of all ages. One of my favorite classes I've ever done as far as a family small group time was a class we did recently, and we had people that were in their 80s, we had people in their 40s and 50s, we had people in their 20s and 30s, and it was great to see people interact of all ages, and I think it would be very beneficial for your kids to serve with people of all age groups as well.
Another idea would be to make sure you're giving them opportunities to serve outside the walls of the church. I think so many times we get caught up on what is going on inside of the church building. But if we're really going to be the church, we are going to be outside of the walls, sharing Christ and being a part of our community. And we're going to teach our kids to do the same thing. So give the kids in your ministry opportunities to do that, to get involved in serving their community.
And another thing, and I say this jokingly, but seriously as well, make them sweat and make them get dirty. I mean, our kids today, they want everything to be so neat. They don't want to get dirty. Everything has to be cleaned and proper. I mean, when I was growing up, and I'm sure many of you, when you're growing up, we all had to do jobs that weren't the cleanest, most coolest thing to do. Make them pick up the trash. Make them pick up sticks. Make them do stuff that will think, you know what? No, work actually involves that in work. But at the same time, when they get dirty, when they sweat, that can actually be fun as well too. So make them sweat. They'll learn something from it.
That's funny. Also, teach them that work behind the scenes is just as important as what is done in front of everyone. With our positions specifically, I think they see us in front of a group or leading a group frequently. They don't see when we are plunging toilets and scraping grime off of the floor, all of the prep work and the cleanup that it takes to run.
Or cleaning up puke.
Or cleaning up puke. Just did that a couple days ago, behind the scenes. And teach your kids that those jobs are important and give them opportunities to do that. It's not just about being in front of everybody and getting praise and attention for what you're doing, but serving Christ is also what is done behind the scenes. That's just as important.
You remember that time in junior church when a kid puked and you didn't help? Corey and Andrea didn't help, and I was the only one that cleaned it.
I do remember that, yeah.
Just throwing that out. All right,
so
for review, to prepare our kids for service, make it fun, start young, help them serve with, different age groups, serve outside the church, make them sweat, make them get dirty, and have them do stuff behind the scenes as well. Realize that they always won't get recognition for serving, but if they're doing it for Jesus Christ, that's all that truly matters.